right. Well, hi, Sally. Welcome to the Black Robe podcast.
Hello.
This is your host, Carol Mitchell,
Mhm.
and I'm really happy to have you here tonight. I'm going to have you introduce yourself and tell people a little bit about your business Beyond the Curls, which I'm sitting here. They can't see me, but this is the product that I use now just about every day. It's a leave-in conditioner. And you've got all sorts of butters and conditioners, and all of your products are unique because these are not things that you can find down at the local beauty supply, right?
Yeah, I mean you can. It's different, and it could be more chemical ridden and stuff. So I try to definitely stay towards the all natural. But if you want me to introduce myself,
Introduce yourself and your business. Yes,
Okay.
please.
I am Sally Wistig-Charis. I own Beyond the Curls. It's a all natural vegan hair care line, allowing your hair to become healthier naturally instead of everything else. But I started this business because, like so many people and you and me and everyone else under the kitchen sink, started it because I could not figure out anything for my hair. And trust me, I still have bad hair days and I still like doubt myself, but I started it because couldn't find anything naturally for one. Couldn't find anything that actually worked, and I was so tired of using so many other products. Like I get it though, like you got to find what works. You have to use this one, but I got tired of it. So I was like, you know what, let me see what ingredients best are best for the hair, and let's make a formula to put it in. So I'm working with a lab right now that helped formulate the products, and Beyond the Curls came about. So
I mean, this is phenomenal. Number one, because I don't have to tell you how much money Black folks spend on hair care products.
yeah, we do.
I'm sure we're probably right up there in the top two consumers when it comes to
Right.
cosmetics and hair care products. And
Yeah. Well,
because
it is
our hair has so many variations on a theme and can be, there are places in my hair where I'm pretty sure I'm all the way back to my very basic African roots. And then there are places in my hair where, my mama's Irish side show up, right? So
Stuck in there, huh?
yeah, and so finding something that can manage our hair texture is a reflection of our DNA, the diversity in our DNA.
Yeah, our
And
heritage.
so it's not a one size fits all. Even in the same family, you may need different products.
Very much, yeah. Like with my hair texture, I mean, my hair texture is it's like 3C, so it's curly, but it's not as tight coiled as my cousin, for example. Like her hair is more 4B, 4C type of stuff.
So a couple things you can help me with today. I know what you mean by 4C, but let's break it down for folks. And then I want you to break down what you mean by vegan products. Because, when I think of vegan, I'm thinking of diet, right? Like, why does my hair need vegan products? My hair is not on a diet.
What?
My hair is not making a political, well, it does make a political statement.
It does, okay. The thing about that is not necessarily, it doesn't need to be. Okay, it doesn't need to be. It's just the other fact is that hair products don't need to have animal byproducts in them to make it better. I mean, okay, probably what exception for me is maybe beeswax and something, but that's more like facial and everything like that. But that does come directly from bees and stuff. So, and to know about me, I am vegetarian vegan. I am not 100% vegan. Just because I really love honey. Beeswax is a godsend, and my moisturizer in my face. But I guess one of the main reasons why you would put vegan, you'd have only vegan items in there is just because, one, ethical reasons, of course, but also those those animal byproducts could actually hinder the formula of the product and not make it do what it's supposed to do. Because you'd have to understand, like, if you were putting those animal byproduct ingredients in there, where is that animal coming from? What is that animal eating? Or even like feeling at the time of its death and stuff like that. All that transcends in that product and stuff. It's the same way, like I know people who eat meat and everything. My husband eats meat. I used to eat meat, but you're putting all of what that animal ate, felt, all the medications that it took, all the injections, you're putting all that into your body as well. So if you put that in a product or your body or anything like that, it's going to transcend into that. So honestly, to make a product better with animal ingredients and stuff, it just doesn't make sense. Like aloe vera is a great
oxymoron.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like,
yeah. Like that's what I'm saying. Like if you had aloe vera, shea butter, all this, why are you adding an animal product into it?
Because it makes it cheaper. A lot of filler that stretches the product. So the more expensive product, you can use less of that, fill it with animal fat. And, folks don't read the bottle, right? We look at the pictures on the front and go, oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's fine. Yeah. Judging books by covers. That's it. That's all. That's what we grew up with. We're like, oh, this looks pretty. This is aimed at kids. This is great. No, we got to read now. We got to put the English to use.
So give folks a basic lesson in 3B and 4C. These are not, your homeroom numbers in grade school. These things actually mean something. And, a lot of Black folks do know, I mean, those designations, but it hasn't been that long that we've had those particular designations applied to our hair texture. So talk a little bit about that and give us a primer.
I'm doing ballpark right here because, my brain. It's back in like 1980s, 1990s. This, oh God, I can't, I feel horrible because I forgot her name and everything, but she came up with a chart that identifies, from 1 to 4D now, I believe they have it as well, 1A to 4D. And it's literally the chart just lays out a simple pattern for you to see what type of wave, curl, or coil that you have in your hair. And the thing about this is the chart isn't so important as the products that you're using and how you're styling and what ingredients are inside. Now, the chart is important, and the fact is you can pick out what wave you have, what curl you have. And then you can find out from there, like, okay, well, for me, I have literally 3B, 3C, a little bit of 4A because it's all sometimes, you know what I mean? Kinkier back here. I can point out, okay, so I have that. So let me pick out ingredients that are really good for more curly hair, like aloe vera, shea butter, things like that. And that's why you could actually then go to your products and say, okay, this has aloe vera, this is shea butter, this is glycerin, this would be great for me. This is honey, something that's a little bit thicker, a little bit thicker consistency and more benefits to my hair. That is kind of why the chart is better to see. Well, the chart is good for you to know what it is first, then read the ingredients on the products that would be good for your hair. And
got it. And there's so many millions of options to choose from that being able to narrow it down. I do think too, though, you'll get these products that say aloe vera or say shea butter, and they're like the 14th ingredient on the bottle, right? So it's like you shouldn't even have put that on the front because it is not a significant amount. So what's your recommendation? Well, first of all, folks have to read the back of the bottle, right? And look at the ingredient.
Yes. Obviously read. Look for products literally kind of what you said. Look for products that have those great ingredients that are good for your hair type at the front of the thing. Like my literally all of my products have, not every single one, but 95% of them have shea butter, aloe vera, coconut oil, stuff like that. Literally, and it's at the beginning. Now, the further you get down that list of ingredients is the less, like you're saying, is the less percentage of that item in there. So literally the other part of it is literally just filler. Like you're just
Right. Yeah.
some chemical that
Thickeners
they
and
was like, oh,
fillers.
this will good. Yeah, some emulsifier. I mean, emulsifiers are good, but you have to have the correct one. Like the other emulsifiers, like disodium EDTA, tetrasodium EDTA. That is literally sodium cyanide and formaldehyde together. And I'm not a chemist. I'm really not, or a thing, but
the word formaldehyde should worry you. That's what they embalm dead bodies with, y'all.
I know. And I was like, why is that in my ingredients in my hair? Like, I'm not trying to leave here anytime soon. I'm trying to stay a little long, get out. You know, so you have to look for these ingredients. And I know most people don't know what they are, but that's okay, because there's this amazing tool called Google that will tell you.
Oh my God, Google is your friend, huh?
Right? Like, I feel like I just discovered it because I've just what's this? You know? Like
talk a little bit about the business side.
Okay.
You know, the products are excellent.
Thank you.
I really do like this leave-in conditioner. I use it as a scalp treatment, and then my hair tends to be dry because, you know, as we creep on up past 55, 60, cruising towards 65, everything dries out.
Yeah. It gets a little coarser. I have talked with people about this. They're like, look,
and no amount of heat, you know, gets rid of those dry ends. But this conditioner, it really restores the shine.
Thank you.
Keeps it from frizzing and flying, which is what, you know, after I wash it, it has tendency to volumize, which is what happens. And I'm one of those press and curl girls from the old school.
Yeah, you got the hot comb back there going like this.
Press and curl, the kitchen. You know, I'm in the kitchen and pressing and curling. But this is what I use day to day, the leave-in conditioner. I don't know if people can see that well, but
it's okay.
Tell me a little bit about the business of how you got going. And then I want to talk a little bit about which one of your own products you use all the time. What's your go-to day to day? You know, every day, like let me freshen up my hair a little bit. What do you grab out of your collection?
Okay. So I kind of said how I started, like, you know, being angry and not finding anything. But honestly, my business day to day would be literally just how I also came about was I said I formulated with the lab that helped me because I am not a cosmetic chemist.
How'd you find the lab?
I searched. Google is your friend.
Lord.
Google.
But I mean, how'd you know which search terms to even use? Like,
honestly, like
I lab for cosmetics or hair products?
Kind of. I mean, I literally just kind of YouTubed a little bit on like when I was researching what products to put on. This is my cat. Sorry, just coming here. What products to put on my hair and stuff. I was like, all right, so let me YouTube some stuff about what natural people are doing, what they'd like as well. And then I just Googled, I was like, look, I'm not a chemist, so let me look at some labs that help formulate, or some actual cosmetic chemists that do this for a living. So I looked up some of them, but it was a little bit more affordable for me to actually go.
I was gonna say,
them chemists don't play, but they making bomb stuff, so it's good.
But where are they located? Are they in Seattle? You have one in Tacoma? Where do you find them?
No, it is actually not here. It is, oh God, because I actually have like two. I have three because, you know, backup, because in case something happened and then they're like a fire or something, you know, I'm a what if. I'm like, look, I don't know what I'm a realist. Stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have one in Oregon, and a couple other, they're not as far, like East Coast or something, but they're close. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I mean that's what I did. I just researched because I'm not a baker, chemist, or anything. Hell, I barely cook. I just don't like cooking. I love to eat though. But I was like, I'm not gonna be sitting in my living room just stirring stuff. I was like, I can't do that with, I mean, praises all to these women or men, anyone, whoever, what they want to call themselves, want to like sit there and mix stuff and do this and this. But I got a household to run, and I
Yeah.
want to take my time, and I want the product. I'd be like, here's all my stuff. Here you go. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
In the
Here's my
back.
label. But even bottles and labeling and,
Oh
what you
yeah,
choose,
that is
packaging, all of that, that's a whole art form by
it.
itself.
It is. I had to. I got a graphic designer to help me with the labels. I mean, yeah, I could do it on Canva myself and Google some stuff, but I was like, you know what? This is what I want. These are my colors. And I wanted it store ready. I did not want it. I did not want to plaster it with like a white label and like my name or whatever. I wanted it.
Yeah.
I wanted Target to look at that and be like, is that one of our products? It looks like it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's what I wanted. Like I said, I hired a graphic designer, and then I looked at bottles. Like, what would I, not personally just me, but what would like my cousin, like my mom, like squeeze
Yeah.
bottles, like sprays,
Little cans like this. Let me
Yeah,
see if
little
I can get that.
cans. And I mean, I'm
Mhm.
even in the future, I'll probably even change it or something, make it bigger or make it small, like, or do it where you can squeeze it out instead, or like just, it's
Yeah.
it's
Now that
all
I'll tell you the squeeze, I like these caps. Now, if you think about us older folk,
yeah.
those hands, try the bottles where you gotta squeeze the whole bottle. It's like, I'm not a weightlifter, people. Quit making these bottles so hard to get the product out
Mhm.
of.
Yeah.
So these though are really easy to squeeze, but
Hmm.
this particular cap
Hmm.
that controls the flow, I love that.
Okay, good.
So that's some consumer feedback for you.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah. I even want to go like more sustainable as well, like because plastic, of course, is ruining the environment in our world.
I
I was
mean,
even thinking of like,
you could reuse this too,
of
maybe
course.
maybe
Of
like the ribbons, if you on the bottle, send this bottle back to us and we'll reuse it.
I could do that. I could definitely start that because that saves money in my pocket too. Saves money in y'all's,
Hmm.
it's all it's a cycle that I'm definitely getting good to. But I was looking at pouches and all of this in the future, but that's once, Target or Walmart come calling and I can get some more capital and stuff like that.
Is
Um,
that what you want to have your product on the shelves in Target, or
yes.
Walmart is going to negotiate you down to the nth degree? You'll be able to barely make anything dealing with them, but
Yeah.
look at how many stores you'll be. There's a
True.
Walmart where there ain't nothing else. So,
True, very true. Um, my goal is to help as many people as I can. Okay. If that means being every store possible, cool. If that means being in only all natural stores, cool. If that means being in like little mom and pop shops, like co-ops, anything like that, I'm just trying to get my product and my brand out there to see if
mhm,
it helps. That's what I'm trying to do. And
mhm.
you know, yes, I'm not gonna say no, I would love to walk in a Target, especially because I'm from Florida. So like back
Mhm.
home, if I walk into a Target or Walmart back there and see my brand and be like, oh my God, like I had this idea and now it's came into fruition, and it's like, okay. So yes, honestly, as someone who's worked really hard for her company, I would love to see that. But
Mhm.
honestly, I'm just trying to help as many people as I can. So if Target doesn't want me, that's cool. You
They
know.
want you.
Yeah.
Look at what Tabitha Brown is doing in Target. you
I know.
know? And that was like an overnight thing, all about a hamburger. It's like somebody who bit into a hamburger or a vegan. I think she had a vegan burger or
Yeah,
something.
she's vegan. Yeah.
And then before you knew it, she's blowing up on TikTok and Instagram, and she's got a show and
It
got a line of
sure is.
this and a line of cookbooks, and
I think
it's
that's
amazing.
amazing.
So it
I
can
think
happen. If it can happen for her, it can happen for
yeah.
you.
Yeah. And my mom, it's kind of crazy because my mom asks me all the time. She's like, "Are you ready?" And I was like, "What?" She's like, "Are you ready to blow up?" And I was like, "Oof, let me take a nap real quick." Because then it's because it's just me. I'm doing the labeling, the bottling, the everything. I'm doing the marketing, the social, the everything that's
Mm,
included, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta if I blow up, I gotta hire people, I gotta give them
yeah.
compensation, I got W-2s, I gotta taxes, everything. Like, am I ready for that? Is anyone really ready for that?
No, let me
You know
tell
what
you, you're
I
never really ready for it.
And I was like, yes, I am, because then, people will hopefully like my brand and want to use it more. But it's like, oh my God, I need a executive assistant. I need a social media coordinator. I need this and this and this. Like, oh, we got to do more TikToks, more content, more reels. And I'm like, oh, I'm already tired.
Yeah. Or
Like,
you
oh,
you'll just hire people to do all those things for
yeah,
you,
I know.
and you'll just have the final say. Somebody else will come to you with their, because that, you
Mhm.
know, it's like creating space for other people to live into their purpose.
Yeah.
So as your business grows, you just create another space for somebody else to do what they do well. You don't have
Mhm.
to do it all. Initially, of course, we do. And I
Yeah.
think all business owners should know everything about their business as
Mhm.
much as they can know.
Mhm.
But boy, when you go on Oprah, does she have a show anymore? Back
No.
in the day, if you went on Oprah,
Mhm.
you had to have like 300,000 whatever you were selling ready to
Mhm.
go, because they knew that just by stepping on that show, you were
Mhm.
going to sell at least 300,000 units of
Yeah.
your thing, whatever
Yeah.
it was,
Yeah.
your
That's.
book.
Whew.
So could you gear up to sell 300,000 bottles of this conditioner that I love?
I could if you gave me a little bit of time. I'd work from noon to midnight every day. Just
Every day for 2 years.
yeah, for a while.
Well,
Yeah.
Sally, so for the entrepreneurs who might be listening to this podcast,
Mhm.
can you, I do, before we end, I want to know your favorite product, but let me just,
Yeah.
since we're talking about the business side of it, what
Mhm.
was the biggest surprise for you about getting this launched? I mean, it sounds like you had a really good vision. You were motivated because of partly out of your own frustration.
Yes.
Um, and um, but there had to be some things that I'm sure were unexpected for you. What was that thing for you that you went, oh man, I didn't know I was going to have to do this?
Two things actually. Um, the very first, when I launched, I don't know if it was the mommy brain or just a regular brain fog, but I had launched without any social media presence. Like
Mm-hmm.
any what's it called? Like, oh hey, I'm launching this, watch this, or other videos already out there, people getting intrigued. I just launched. And I I sat back couple, as I'm trying to get the orders and everything. I spent so much launching and everything, right? And getting it ready that I didn't account for oh, people just they don't know who I am. They don't know this. They don't know my brand. They don't know anything. There's no social proof or anything. Oh yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
I just thought, oh yeah, I'll get all the orders coming in. And I had a rude awakening, because if you do not have a social media presence in the year, I started in 2021, but it's 2023 now. You do not have a social media presence for your business. It, do not expect a rate of return anytime soon. And that killed my pride, my like ability to be a businesswoman. I was like, Sally, you didn't even think of this? Like, I literally sat down and I was like looking at all the TikToks of these businesses and what they're doing. I was like, you were watching all this, but you didn't think, hey, let's be super present on social for like a month or two or something before you launch. I was just like, hey, I launched, put it on my little Facebook and was like, hey, I'm open now.
Yeah.
Come on by. So I
Yes.
was like, oh my God, how did you not remember to do this? And honestly, if I could go back, I would try to have at least like 5,000-10,000 people follow me right now and be like, okay, I'm launching. And then, I would have done that.
Yes.
But that was a valuable lesson to be like, all right, Sally, you got to know that marketing is like up there with key. You got to do something. Like social presence is a very, very serious thing. The second thing would be taxes.
Welcome to my world.
I was like, okay, I know my personal taxes, cool, but business tax? I was like, oh,
yes.
I gotta pay taxes for this state. I don't even live in that state. And they were like, no, you ship products to that state. So I was like, what? I was on the phone with the IRS and they were just mad. I was like, look, I don't know. I'm a baby.
Well, Amazon they were avoiding those taxes for a very long time.
Oh.
And yeah, every state you hit has its own little piece of the pie.
They sure do. And I even sought out legal help. I was like, look, what do I need to do so the IRS does not audit me and shut me down and everything like this? So I actually spoke to a lawyer. He was like, no, you're fine. Just do the quarterly taxes, then do your annual. Since you're LLC, single member, like it's going to go with your personal tax. I was like, okay. So sounds easier. So it was just like, I made a whole TikTok on it because I was like, I don't know what to do. Do y'all know what to do?
Is that what you do these days? You make a TikTok on it? It's like,
at my age, I'm over here making TikToks. But to help out like other business owners too, like because honestly, we're all in this together. We don't know the business people don't know customers. We all don't know. So I was just trying to help out that way too. But yeah, that's the two biggest things that I think I was like, let's get some advice, Sal, because you can't do this on your own.
And so let's tell people though, where can they find your products since you are waiting to get into Walmart, waiting to get into
Target, Sephora, Ulta, all of it.
Yes, get into Ulta and all of those places. And now you just go ahead and just expand your capacity because it's coming.
I will try.
But for right now, I know we found you at the Black Night Market and we just bought one of everything and gave them out to our clients. And of course, I kept a few things to try for myself, this one thing. And our clients love the product. I don't know if it's the vegan aspect of it or if it's just that that it
works.
It works. It works. It definitely works. Yeah.
Okay, so you can find me or just find my products at my website, which is www.beyondthecurls.co, or on Instagram at Beyond the Curls Co, Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, all the same username. Even on Twitter, it's Beyond _curls co. So yeah, that. Oh, but also we should go back because my favorite products.
Yes, quick. I'm not gonna let you leave without telling me that.
Okay, two of my fave, and one of them is one of my OG, which is my hair butter, which is the shea. Yeah, you do. Yeah, the shea butter and like 15-16 different all natural herbs and oils. That thing is a godsend because literally it is like I said, it's a moisturizer and sealer in one. So if you want to do a wash and go, cool. You want to do twists, braids, whatever fits your day. It's amazing, literally. And my hair had been, I don't know. Maybe it was just stress of the festivals and like mom life and stuff. Like it was just not
mom life.
Yeah, mom life. It was just not giving the moisture that like it would not take moisture at all. So I put that in there for like 4 weeks straight. Like I didn't wash my hair in 3 weeks and I did not have any product buildup or itchiness or anything until like week 30. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess my hair really needed to like reset.
Now
And
you know it's some folks is falling off the chair when you said you had not washed your hair in 3 weeks.
I
But
know I would say
listen, people, Black folks don't be washing their hair every day.
every day now.
No,
At
we
least
cannot do that.
yeah, at least once a week or oh, this is my daughter. Sorry.
Oh, look at that beautiful little one. Huh?
Okay. She just wants okay.
It's
Right.
okay. She can be seen. There's
Yeah.
no problem. Okay, so we've got your social media,
Yeah.
and we know what your favorite product is. I gotta ask for my 4C grandchild.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when you wash that hair, and of course, she got a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's your recommendation on your product list for 4C hair on a person who's tender-headed?
And
Got
right.
the nerve to be tender
That-
with
right
4C
now.
hair. It's like, no, those don't go
Um,
together.
yeah. Well, I'd recommend the butter. And
Okay.
yeah, just because like literally that shea butter, her 4C hair will just soak it right up and like the dryness and everything over time will definitely become moisturized more.
And you just comb it through with a wide tooth comb.
Wet tooth comb or
You
a
do it while
brush.
it's wet. You can use it while it's wet or use it when it's dry.
You can use it both. Honestly, that's the beauty of that product because it will go on smoothly both wet or dry. The only thing about the wetness is because it is shea butter and mostly oil, water repels oil. So it's gonna
Mhm.
feel like a little weird going in. Once it dries, baby, that shine, that beauty.
Oh, and
Okay.
no buildup, because you know
No
her
buildup.
mom
No.
uses some product some days. She comes over here. It's like, what is all that glumped up in your hair? You know, it's stuff that clearly is not right for her
Yeah,
hair.
clearly, yeah. But on my refresh days, if I'm just doing refresh, like I refreshed my daughter's hair yesterday. I use the curl defining cream for like
Mm-hmm.
mostly refresh if I just want to like get some really good definition for a little bit. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Real fine
So that's
cream.
my other favorite product. Yes. So
Okay, for refresh, and then the shea butter. It's called I should put on my glasses. Magic Moisture Shea Butter. All
yeah.
right. Well, thank you for those recommendations, Sally, and
You're
thank you
welcome.
so much for coming tonight.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. Thanks everybody for watching the Black Robe podcast. We hope that you will support Beyond the Curls because hey, it's a small woman-owned Black business, vegan products, good for the planet,
Good
good
for the
for your
soul.
head.
Right.
Now you know why Carol Mitchell's hair be looking so good.
Okay.
Because
You
I'm
gotta tell
using
them.
Beyond the Curls. That is my secret. That's my secret. So thank you so much, Sally.
All right.
Appreciate you very much.
You're
All
welcome.
right. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.